It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Pats, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Hunt will try going up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong last week over the Giants.
There's a little bit of enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete. 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Taking a peek at the rushing numbers for Spiller in last week's game. 23 carries, 94 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Encroachment, defense.
Bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Got his man. It's Warren. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Here's a 2nd and 5. In motion right is Tony. And they'll run it here. Shedding the tackle. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way. And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this will be taken at the 13.
Holding. Receiving team.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete here to Ayuk. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Goff. Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. Little lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to trot out there and try and slow them down.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Goff now looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And now the hold out there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Running left, it's Warren. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On the give, it's Warren. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Patriots at 4-7 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Richardson looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Goff. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Chargers.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
At the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. brings up 2nd and 13.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now they're facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. It's complete to Williams. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Richardson. That one caught by Rice. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he's going to have the Patriots 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They run behind center with Spiller. Oh, he put on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff coming left to Spiller. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
The Chargers 42-yard line.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And we'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Richardson working from the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Boye Mafe coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Ayuk going to go in motion right. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3rd and 9 here. Here's Goff. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Now Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. And he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Got a man, it's London. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
in every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And he completes it to Hunt. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get three, and take some momentum into the locker room. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Richardson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Warren. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now Moody for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. Are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Richardson out of the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Short throw to Smith. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Goff now to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They run right side with Hunt. Rocky Sin there to make the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Back to the ground, this time Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Goff on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point try now for Moody. And it is now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Warren will try the right side. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Give running right is Spiller. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Spiller is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Encroachment defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's got Ayuk once again. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Left side, Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now it's gone. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. They run again with Hunt. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 14. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Holding. Offense.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Goff. They'll go screen here to Hunt, and they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the...
There he goes, right side. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 4. And Richardson back to throw it. Open man here is Conklin. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They go play action with Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Richardson. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. Again, it's Richardson. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Hunt. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Hunt will try going up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Michael Davis on the coverage.
Here's Richardson to throw. That one caught by Rice. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And Richardson yet again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Richardson's throw complete there to Rice. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Richardson looking to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 87 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A gain of 3, second down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
He's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Chargers, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for New England, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.